All right, welcome everyone. So today is the 15th of January. That's when we're recording this live. A lot of you are probably watching the recording on YouTube. So we thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about something that is in the news every single day. You just can't escape it. And that is, of course, AI. And a lot of people are concerned about AI potentially taking their job away. And so, being replaced by AI. So we decided to address that last year. We have at Neotech Academy, we have been training people for software testing for a long time. We have graduates all around the world. We've helped place them in major companies all around the world. I'll show you a few of them a little bit later. But we have gotten contacted by a lot of our graduates who are saying, "Hey, I appreciate the training that you gave me. I'm doing well in software testing, but what about AI? My employer is expecting me to have AI skills. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you in just a little bit where, companies are really expecting you to have AI skills here soon. Like in the next few years, most companies will expect their employees, their contractors to have some, at least basic AI skills. And that's going to make you more marketable if you think about it. So if you're with an organization and there's a promotion coming up, well, who's going to get the job? Who's going to get it? Who's going to get promoted? The person who has the AI skills, the person who doesn't. Most likely, the AI skills are going to play a big part in that promotion. Or if you're planning on going to a new job, changing companies altogether, if you have AI skills compared to someone who doesn't, it's going to put you potentially in front of that person. So it's not a matter of should you attain AI skills. It's a question of when are you going to do it? Are you going to wait until the last minute? And so we're going to be addressing all of those things tonight. Okay, so I'll go through a few things about AI. There are a couple of things you might already know, but hopefully give you some new information that you might not be familiar with. And then we'll get into our boot camps. So we have what's called the AI Essentials program, as well as the AI Engineering program. Now, I'll probably say this a couple of times. One program, the engineering program, actually encompasses the AI Essentials program as well. So they are two distinct programs, but one of them, the AI engineering, does include the essentials, which I'll go through in just a little bit with you. All right. We'll also run through the tuition, which is extremely affordable. And I mean, extremely. We have made this in such a way, we've designed it in such a way that no matter who you are, you could get involved if you truly want to. If you really want to take that next step and make yourself more marketable, which ultimately can mean more money in your pocket, then you're in the right place because our programs are extremely affordable with a money back guarantee on top of that. So let's start to go ahead and run through this. So, AI, as we know, is transforming every industry. And just like, I was alluding to a moment ago, those who know how to use it really do have a huge career advantage. Almost 80% of companies are using AI today. Now, that was a 23, that's, from last year's data, 2025, but that's a 23% rise from the previous year. So think about that, a 23% rise from the previous year. Guys, it's a clear trend at this point. There's no disputing it. When you look right here, 2022, 40 some, well, 50 some percent of US companies were using AI. And again, just a few years ago, and now you're up here to about 80%. And companies are expecting you to have these AI skills. So, what this means, obviously, is that 8 out of 10 companies are already integrating AI into their daily operations. And like I was saying at the outset, you really can't escape AI. I mean, the chatbots are everywhere. You've got, of course, data analysis. And here's the thing about it: AI is streamlining work. I mean, if you're an employer and you can streamline work, make your staff more efficient, if you can boost output, you're going to be all in favor of that, most likely. And so, obviously, what that means is these new skills are becoming essential. So, AI can automate work that takes up 60 to 70% of employees' time. Notice what this says. By 2030, half of today's work could be automated. Imagine that. Think about all the jobs that are out there. Think about the things that everybody's doing. And we're not talking 10 years in the future. We're not talking 15, 20 years in the future. We're only talking, a few years here, about 4 years from now. Half of today's work could be automated. So if you think about it, AI, yes, it is a disruptor, but it's also an opportunity. So rather than fearing being displaced, our goal at Neotech is to help you use AI to help you to become more efficient, more creative, ultimately more valuable, which means potentially more money, like I was saying. And if you've got more money in your pocket, if you could earn an extra two, three plus $1,000 in a month, I've met very few people who said that they would want to that they couldn't they didn't want two, three, four or X amount of dollars more every month. But imagine what you could do with that. Maybe that's more time with your family. Maybe you're taking one vacation now. Now you can take two vacations. So AI is certainly shifting the skills that organizations need. Now, notice what this says. More than 70% of companies will expect their employees to have AI skills in the next 3 years. And actually, that came out last year. So now we have to subtract a year. Now we're in 2026. So, really, in the next 2 years, more than 70% of companies will expect their employees to have AI skills. And that was from McKinsey and Company. So when KPMG, check this out too, when KPMG they announced a 50% productivity gain when it gave 7,000 employees Microsoft Copilot, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. So if you're again, if you're with a company, if you're a higher up, if you're an insider at a corporation, and you have to, especially if you're a publicly traded company, and you have a responsibility to your shareholders. You've got to make your company as productive as possible, and so the companies they see all this. They see, wow, a 50% productivity gain when it gave 7,000 employees Microsoft Copilot. So they're looking, and they already have been, companies are going to be transitioning even more so to AI, integrating that to take over more and more responsibilities. But the key is that's where you come in. You come in, and that's where we train you to for these skills so that you can get that promotion or maybe get a new opportunity with a different company altogether. So the demand for AI skills isn't coming, guys. It's already here. Now, obviously, a lot of people are concerned about this. Our graduates from our software testing boot camp, they were getting in touch with us and saying, "Yeah, I'm really concerned about AI." And yes, there is the potential that there are jobs which could be killed, so to speak, but it will also create, here's the takeaway, I think, it's going to create millions more. So the question is, what are you doing to prepare? Which side of this shift do you want to be on? So think about where you are right now and imagine where you could be, after our boot camp. And I'm going to go through the details of the boot camp in just a second. Think about how much further ahead you'll be of everyone else who doesn't have the skills that you're going to have. So this is your chance to prepare and to stay relevant before the market moves even faster. Now, Course Report is very well respected in our industry. Just to give you a little bit of background on us, in case you're not familiar with us, we've been training people in, like I said, in software testing, quality assurance for a long time. So some credibility as far as who we are. Course Report rated us as the best QA testing bootcamp for 2023 as well as 2024. Career Karma, obviously very well respected as well, rated us as the best software testing bootcamp for 2024. We haven't gotten the results in for 2025, but we are hopeful we will still be there. Okay, so let's talk about the two boot camps. Now, I want you to think about, or let's define really what a boot camp is. If you know someone who's ever been in the military, boot camp, you learn a lot of things in a very short amount of time. So what would take you potentially years is being compressed in a short amount of time. The AI Essentials program, which is 4 weeks, and then the AI Engineering program, which is 12 weeks. We don't teach you anything that's fluff. It's all designed to help you take that next step. And we do have job placement programs available as well. But let's run through these two programs. Let's go through the difference between these two programs. So first of all, there's the AI Essentials, and then there's the AI Engineering program. Okay. Now the AI Essentials program is it's beginner friendly. It's foundational. Some people might be concerned about, well, am I going to have to learn coding and things like that? No, it's teaches practical, no coding AI skills. Really, this is for people in any industry. The Essentials program, the 4 week program. This will, and by the way, before I proceed, make sure you make note of this January 17th. I mean, that's coming up here, guys. I mean, we're looking at Saturday. Here we are, Thursday. We're starting up on Saturday. So this is our last webinar. This is our last attempt to fill up the class here, which we're already getting pretty full, but starts up in a couple of days. Okay, so the AI Essentials program, it doesn't matter really what your industry is. You could be in real estate, you could be in sales, you could be in law. It doesn't matter. You're learning essential AI skills. Okay. The engineering program, on the other hand, is more advanced. It's hands-on. It's going to teach you how to build and deploy AI automations. Okay. But let's run through these. So the AI engineering program is going to encompass, sorry, let me go back here. Sorry about that. The AI engineering program is going to encompass the AI essentials program with it. So what I'm saying is if you opt for the engineering program, you'll get the essentials program with it. So you'll go through the essentials program with all the people who signed up for just essentials. And then once essentials is over after 4 weeks, the engineering program will begin after that. Okay. So, but you don't have to take both of them. You could just, I mean, you don't have to take the engineering program. You could just take the essentials program. If all you want to do is learn some AI skills that can benefit you really regardless of what industry that you're in. So the essentials program is all about learning to think and work effectively with AI. Again, no coding required. How to design effective prompts, build your own AI playbook, how to apply AI to daily work, writing, analysis, communication, and how to make your work faster and more creative with AI. So this is especially helpful for beginners, for, I would say, non-technical professionals, creators, and even career changers. If you've never worked in tech before, this program is for you. So the AI Essentials is all about learning to think and act, and think and work effectively with AI, and this will help you to again boost productivity and stand out in the job market. Think about all the people who don't have the AI skills right now and how that's going to separate you from them and make you more marketable. So start date on this once again is January the 17th. That's coming up here in a couple of days if you're watching us live. The duration is 4 weeks. It is 9 hours per week. I'm going to go through the days per week and the times in just a moment. What's the format? The format is just like you're seeing now. It is by Zoom. And if you have questions, you can ask questions. If you have a life, which everybody has a life, right? I mean, what I mean by that is you might say, well, man, I've got a full-time job. I got a family. I've got this and that going on. If you miss a live class, we record it. So don't worry about that. If you miss the class, we record it. You can always watch the recording. You can still do your homework. It is going to be just like a regular class. So it's hands-on. You're learning with live demos. You have guided labs, 24/7 support. And obviously, like I said, it's very beginner friendly. So how can you use AI to enhance your work? A couple of these. I'm sure a lot of you realize this, just probably you've used it already without even, maybe not necessarily at your job, but maybe just at home. You find information a whole lot faster. You can generate ideas and content a lot quicker. And, this is probably the biggest thing for companies themselves, the people who run the companies. automating repetitive tasks, freeing you up to do other things. So again, ideal for beginners is the essential program. So doesn't matter what your industry is that you're working in. Again, education, I mentioned that, sales, marketing, customer service, law. You get the idea. Creators who want to speed up and scale their craft, tech professionals who are looking to upskill. Yeah, so you might be a software engineer, I mean, a software tester, I should say, a quality assurance, but you're like, I don't really know much about AI. I know a little bit, but yeah, I need to know more. Well, here's your chance to upskill. Again, it's all about making yourself more marketable, making more money. So, AI use case examples across various jobs and fields. In the teaching field, the education field, AI drafted tests and material, marketing, faster content creation, sales, better use of data, and lead development. So you're getting things done quicker, especially if you're in sales. This can lead to potentially more money in your pocket. Think about that. Operations, they can can automate reports, scheduling, email responses, customer service, speed up support with AI generated replies. A lot of us already have experience with that. Just going to almost any company's website and dealing with the AI generated replies before you can speak to a real person. And you see the other ones up here. So again, it doesn't matter what the industry is that you're in. The AI Essentials program is for you and can help boost your productivity at work, build your own AI prompt playbook, and create effective prompts. Keep in mind as well, you can add these skills, these very in-demand skills to your resume. And once you've mastered how to use AI, the next step would be learning how to build with it. And that's where really the AI engineering program comes into play. These are, some of the tools that you'll learn in the Essentials program: Gemini, Claude, Notebook LM. You see some of the other ones up here. So the engineering program, which I'll go through now, is going to include these plus more on top of that. All right. So the takeaway on this is Essentials program doesn't matter who you are, what industry you're in. If you want, or if you're in tech already and you want to upskill, if you want to make yourself more marketable, which means more money, you want to improve your productivity, AI Essentials program is for you. All right. Now, some of you might say, well, that's all well and good. I like that, but I want to take it to the next level. So instead of using AI manually, maybe you want to build systems that use AI for you. And this is where we move from being users to builders. So we're creating AI automations that can save hours of work and even power new businesses. So what happens is this: AI engineering is going to take everything that you learn in the AI essentials, but to the next level. Again, instead of using AI manually, you learn to build systems that use AI for you. The start date on this is going to be the same as the essentials because you'll be doing the essentials program. Okay. It's just that when the essentials program is done after 4 weeks, again, it begins on January the 17th, then you will continue, for 8 weeks after that. So the format, once again, is just like the essentials, just like all of our boot camps: interactive, live classes held online. And by the way, guys, I always like to point this out. I don't know about you, but I have a challenging time learning something with any degree of complexity with someone just telling me about it. You know what I mean? For me, you can't just tell me certain things. You really have to show me what it is that you're doing. And I mean, yeah, tell me, but also show me and then let me do it and you let me know if I'm doing it correctly. And that's really how we teach here. And that's studies have shown that's really the best way for people to learn anything. It's not just going through a PowerPoint presentation and that's it. I mean, anybody can do that. We're very hands-on, giving you, giving you lab builds, integration drills. We're doing a lot of things to make it seamless so that when you start using these things at your job, it's going to be very easy for you to do because you've already gone through the course and you're not just sitting there absorbing information or trying to absorb, PowerPoint presentations, but you're really being taught in such a way that it sinks in better. So maybe some of you can relate to what I'm talking about here. That's how I learn better. It's not it's so much easier for me to learn when someone shows me what it is they're doing, then let me do it. And you let me know if I'm doing it correctly. And it applies to a lot of things in life, really. And by the way, guys, we've had people who have said, you know what, I don't know if I have the time, and really, if it's something that's important for you, and we've already established that, companies are expecting us to have AI skills within the next 3 years. Now, actually 2 years, because remember that information I showed you earlier was 3 years as of 2025. Now we're in 2026. But it's been our experience that people who really who really want to do something like attend our boot camps, graduate, and then move on after that into their new career path. If they truly want to do it, they can do it. And what I mean by that is the reason I'm saying that is because we've had single moms who had full-time jobs taking care of kids, and they still managed to get through our boot camps in the past. So I would say people have time to do pretty much what they want to do. It's just a matter of prioritizing. That's all. So anyway, just wanted to mention that as well. So I showed you the tools in the Essentials program. So, in addition to the tools that you'll learn in the Essentials program, such as, Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini. In addition to those, you'll also learn Docker, N8N, K6, others. And so with the engineering program, you're going to be exposed to, and not only exposed, but learning a comprehensive number of tools, which is going to make you extremely well-rounded and extremely marketable. That's our goal here. It's not just to teach you for the sake of teaching you. It's so that you can take these skills and make more money, and which can change your life. So some of the AI roles you can qualify for after the program. It could be AI automation specialist, workflow engineer, strategist, a consultant. And these are real, as you look at the list up there, these are real in-demand roles across a variety of industries, from startups to enterprise tech. Some graduates even start their own AI automation businesses or agencies. So who is it for? It's for those who want to take control of AI, not just use it, but to build with it. So this is perfect for people who want to switch careers. Maybe you are a freelancer, a professional who wants to add automation to your work. If you've ever thought, I wish AI could just do this for me, this is your program. This is what you want to do. So by the end of the program, the engineering program, you'll have a fully functioning AI agent that you built yourself. You'll know how to connect AI to other tools, automate workflows, and even deploy your projects. So it's practical, it's portfolio driven learning. And really, guys, it's something that's tangible that you can show your employers or your clients, for that matter. And then upon graduation, you receive a verifiable certificate. It comes with a unique and trackable ID, and a lot of people, can post this on their LinkedIn profile. So it's not just a digital badge; it's proof of hands-on, industry-relevant skills. Our certificate of completion. All right, here's a schedule. I mentioned this earlier. That I was going to make sure you understood, the times when this takes place. So it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So make note of, especially if you're in, East Coast time or Central. We did our best to, we can't start them too late in the evening, but we're doing our best to, start these when a lot of people are going to be out of work. So you're off work, hopefully, unless you got the night shift, I know. But Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thursday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you're on the West Coast and maybe there's a conflict, you can always watch the recording for Tuesday and Thursday. Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, these are all East Coast times here. And both programs start on January 17. because we understand a lot of you are working professionals. We try to, do the times to be aware of that, aware of obviously, you might still be at work. If we started this at 9 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, we don't want to do that during the week because a lot of you wouldn't be able to make it most likely. So if you do this, do your own research on this after we're done. I'm going to go through the tuition here in about 1 minute. But if you look at Glassdoor or pretty much any employment site, you can see for yourself. You can see the ranges. You're looking at 96 to 165,000 K a year with 125 a year median total pay. Can I guarantee that once you graduate, you're going to be making an extra 5, 6 grand a month? I can't guarantee that. But is it, I'm all about probability, and I think a lot of you probably feel the same way. The probability is with these added AI skills, the probability is you're probably going to make more money. Can I guarantee how much you're going to make? I really can't. Depends on the company. It depends on where you live. There are a number of factors that go into play, as I'm sure a lot of you probably already are aware. But in your area, just research it yourself. You'll see that these careers are in demand, having AI skills, and you can see what the range of salaries are in your particular area. These are some of the companies that we have placed graduates in the past. I won't go through all of them. You can see them up here on the screen. Everything from CVS to eBay, Bank of America, Cisco, even the Social Security Administration. Not actually a company, but and these are just some of them. These are not all of them. So our career services, here's how that works. It includes resume building. We help you with interview prep, as well as giving you some salary negotiation tips. We've had situations where people have gotten an offer and then they ran the offer by us, and the advice was, I think you could ask for more than that. Or it might be looked at and it's determined that, that makes sense. That's in line with the market and your skills. You should definitely you should definitely, consider doing that. So we stay with you until you land a job. We also have an alumni network. So you're going to join a community of professionals who help each other with job referrals as well as projects. So really, we don't leave any stone unturned here. So you've got the essentials program, you got the engineering program. Engineering program includes essentials. You've got job placement, 24/7, almost 24/7 support. I mean, we do sleep sometimes, but we'll get back with you as soon as we can when you reach out to us via email. And if you can't make a live class, then we do record them, and obviously you'll be able to watch them at your convenience. Okay. Now, the last piece of the puzzle, so to speak, is all right. So those are the boot camps. The next big question, of course, is going to be what? Well, how much is this going to cost me? All right. So let's run through the tuition. Bear in mind, like with all of our boot camps, we offer a money back guarantee as well. No questions asked. Now, the Essentials program, this is the regular tuition. You're not paying this. Okay, so it's $1,199. We're doing a launch discount for this particular program. So we're giving that to everyone, but then all of you who are joining us tonight, we're also going to give you $100 off additional, and that brings the tuition down to $899. That's for the Essentials program. Okay, now that's not due all up front. So you can pay $449 at the program start and then $450 mid-program. Okay, it's a 4-week program. I gave you the times earlier, the days of the week and the time. So it's 9 hours a week. So that's the Essentials program. Okay, so the engineering program, again, encompasses the Essentials program. The regular tuition, which you're not paying, is $3,499. We're doing a launch discount of $500 off, an early bird discount for all of you on the call tonight. So as long as you sign up before we start, you'll get the extra $200 off, and that brings it down to $27.99. Now, there are two ways you can do this. There is a third party which will enable you to pay hardly anything per month, but it's with interest. And I'll tell you how that works in just a second, okay? If you don't want interest, then you can do 5 monthly installments of 559. All right. But if you're like, hey, I really want to do this. This sounds great. I want to do that engineering program because it includes the essentials program as well. I just can't swing, you know, $559 a month for 5 months. Okay. Here's our answer to that. So, Climb is a company that we have partnered up with. Now, notice down here, they only work with schools that are reviewed for quality. I showed you about our awards that we've gotten historically and have demonstrated increased earning potential for graduates of their program. So if you're thinking, man, I really would like that engineering program because it includes the essentials program on top of that, then for the first 4 months, you're only paying $29 a month. You still get the discounts. You still get the discounts. They're being applied. Now, this is only for the engineering program. It doesn't apply for the essentials program. But again, engineering includes the essentials program. So for the first 4 months, you're going to only pay $29 a month. After that, it's like 94, something like that. $94 a month for, I believe, 36 months. We definitely made it affordable for everyone. We want everyone to get involved who truly wants to do this. Again, as I've said, guys, it's not a matter of, should you get AI skills? We already know you should. It's just a question of, do you want to wait? Do you want to procrastinate? Meanwhile, letting everybody else get those skills. Companies are expecting their employees, their contractors to have these skills within the next couple of years. Now, we bring the tuition that I just mentioned to you even lower through alumni discounts and referral discounts and group discounts. Maybe you sign up with a friend or a couple of friends. So let us know when you reach out to us, and I'm going to give you our contact information in a second in case you don't have it. Let us know, hey, I was referred by so and so. She's a Neotech student, alumni, or I am an alumni. I went through one of your other boot camps. What else can you do for me? Can you bring the tuition down, even further? Just let us know, and we'll do everything we can to bring it down even further for you. Okay. Here's a question people usually have is, what if I change my mind later? Well, here's the good news. There's no deposit, there's no application fee. You don't pay anything until the boot camp kicks off. You only start paying when the classes begin, not before. You can cancel for free anytime until the boot camp starts. 7-day money back guarantee. Now, the Essentials program, which is where everybody starts. So if you do the engineering program, we're throwing in the Essentials program with it. You get to complete 25% of the Essentials program. You're completing 7 days of it. It's only 4 weeks. You're completing 1 week. And then you could say, well, I don't really want to do this. I don't know why you would say that. Or maybe you're not convinced AI is really the wave of the future here, even though it clearly is. Whatever your excuse is, it doesn't matter. No questions asked. So we give you your money back after 7 days. But you don't pay anything until the boot camp actually kicks off. Bear in mind, guys, that third-party financing we offer, they only work with educators, Climb does, that have a proven system. They are putting graduates out there in the workforce with increased earning potential. That says a lot about us at Neotech as well. But enough about us as far as that goes. The thing it's about you. So it's about you being able to get involved, to upskill, to change your life. For hardly anything. I mean, $29 a month for 4 months, and then 90 some dollars a month after that for 36 months. I mean, that's really hard to beat. So to learn more about the boot camp, you go to neotechacademy.com. You can also book a call with our admissions team. That's neotech.live/call. Not ready to call, what you could do is simply submit interest by going to neotechacademy.com/apply. But guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. You've got to secure your spot now because we're starting in 2 days. I mean, technically, it's a little less than 48 hours. So there's not a whole lot of time left. So if you have known about this boot camp for the past month or so, because we've done an occasional webinar. Not, we don't do this very often, but we've done an occasional one. If you've attended one in the past, why are you procrastinating? You need to get it done. Just do it because you're not going to regret it. We're going to do everything we can to make it we've already done everything we can to make it extremely affordable for you. And on top of that, giving you a money back guarantee. So we've taken away all the risk. So you've got the insurance of money back guarantee in writing. You've got the extremely low payments, and you don't start paying anything until it starts. Email us for any questions. team@neotechacademy.com. Once again, schedule a phone call if you want to do it that way. Neotech.live/call. Maybe you want to talk to somebody, but you're like, man, it's kind of late in the evening. I don't feel like talking to anybody right now. That's okay. You can schedule a phone call, or you can wait till you can call us now if you want, or you can wait till tomorrow. 929-566-3919. But the key, guys, is not procrastinating. It's human nature to procrastinate. I used to tell this story all the time of a buddy of mine who bought this book. He bought War and Peace, and he bought it from this estate sale. He just liked the way it was bound and everything. And it became a running joke because I would always ask him, it seemed like, whenever we got together, hey, so what chapter are you on? I mean, and for years he was like, I'm, I don't know, chapter one or whatever. He wanted to read it. I mean, it was years he wanted to read this book. I think he's still on chapter one, actually. So don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. That's human nature. Get it done. We're doing everything we can to make it affordable for you. You can't go wrong. We're taking all of the risk here. All right. So what we will do, guys, is we're going to wrap up, but we'll take some questions. So if you do have a question for us, just type that away in the chat. And we will answer those for you if you have any questions. Is everybody clear on the tuition and how that works? Excuse me while I back up on the slides here. So again, the Essentials program is $899. That's after all the discounts. It's normally about $1,200. Payment plan is $449 at the program start and then $450 afterwards. Engineering, which includes Essentials, if you can't swing the $559 a month, we have financing. Now, I should say you also have to get approved for this, okay? But there's no impact on your credit score, okay? So, and again, that's from 29 a month for 4 months, and then it's 90 some dollars after that per month. But again, we do everything we can to address the time objection that some people might have. Well, I don't really have the time. We record the sessions. It's only 9 hours a week. That's it. So 3 hours here, 3 hours there, 3 hours there. I don't have the money. Well, we're doing. Can you swing 29 bucks a month for 4 months? And then what really amounts to a little bit more after that. And hopefully you're making enough with your new skills to justify it, to pay it off in no time. So we're leaving no stone unturned as far as giving you every reason to do this right now, as opposed to saying, well, maybe I'll wait some time in the future. Well, guys, that's all I really got for you. So I appreciate you spending the time with me this evening, or if you're watching the recording, remember January 17th, get in touch with us by then. That way you can qualify for the extra discounts that we're offering. Be in that next cohort. You're not going to regret it. This is all we do here at Neotech. All we do is IT, so we don't do IT plus other industries. This is all we do here. So we're the experts in this field, and we have a long history of success with our graduates. We help you out with job placement also, as I said. All right, that's all I've got for you today, guys. So have a great rest of your evening or morning, wherever you're joining us from. And once again, learn more about the bootcamp, go to neotechacademy.com. Or go to neotechacademy.com/apply to submit your interest. All right, folks, I will talk to you later. Congratulations to those of you who are moving forward and changing your life.